Welcome to Cool Cash Cows. I'm Cash Cow Samantha, and I want to give a big moo-moo to you just for being a fellow cash cow and making money online with me today. Today we will be continuing in our YouTube automation series and diving into some voiceover techniques that will help boost your video watch time and overall income. If you have not seen the first two videos in our YouTube automation series where we give you an overall summary of YouTube automation, then break down script writing for you in more detail, click the videos at the top of the screen, then come back and watch this one. If you would like to supercharge your YouTube automation and take it to a whole new level, click on that first link in the description below. Also, slap that subscribe button for more Cash Cow secrets. So, what are voiceovers? In a nutshell, once your script has been written, a voiceover is simply the reading of your script. Voiceovers bring to life your video because it adds audio to the visual that your viewers are already seeing. Imagine going to a movie or watching a TV show and there's no dialogue, just pictures. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been a number of movie releases in the past and maybe even a TV show or two that were based solely off of visuals with no dialogue, but not many. The reason is because people like to have their ears engaged as well as their eyes. A person's 5 senses always work better together than they do separately. We were born this way, and it makes engagement a lot easier. Think about a person who is deaf. Without a voiceover, no closed caption could be done to help that person understand exactly what's going on with a visual. Voiceovers are impactful in so many ways. So, here are a few things you want to look at when doing a voiceover or hiring a voiceover artist for your videos. Tone. We all know that a person's tone has the ability to change the entire trajectory of a conversation. Tone has the capability to evoke any emotion out of the hearer that it wants. You always want to make sure that the tone of your voiceover artist matches the message of your video. If your video is supposed to inspire people, you don't want a voiceover with this scary tone. One thing I found about tone is that even with a low-quality video, a great tone for that particular video is still intriguing to the listener's ears, thereby keeping them on your video. Take some time and master the tone needed for your content. Or, take the time to research an artist who can capture that tone perfectly for you. The next important voiceover factor is clarity. Having a great tone that matches the video is awesome. But if your viewers can't understand what is being said, nothing else matters. It's super important that high-quality recording equipment is used when doing voiceovers. This is because you want the purest clarity possible. Even if the best recording equipment is not used, there may be a need for audio editing software that can clean the recording up a bit. Having a space that is free from background noise is the greatest contributor to great clarity. Also, there are certain speaking accents that may not be as easy to understand as others. For this reason, you should make sure to search for voiceover artists that have the proper dialect for your audience. One of the subtle secrets that holds massive weight to voiceover success is using closed captioning. So many YouTubers fail to realize the value in this. But take a second to think about this. Sometimes people are in places, such as their job, where they aren't supposed to be watching videos, but they still do. So, they have to do it quietly. In order to pull this off, they need to be able to see the closed captioning even though they can't hear the audio. Closed captions allow them to still connect and engage with the video just as if they had audio to it. This increases video watch time and opens up the door for a whole new audience. So when choosing a voiceover artist, make sure that the artist speaks clearly enough so that closed captions can easily be added. So, how do you work with voiceover artists? Working with voiceover artists is a pretty simple process. Personally, I like to use what I call the reverse technique. See, when most YouTubers seek out an artist to work with, they first write or have someone else craft their script for them. Then, they seek out a voiceover artist to read their script. This is the basic and proven to work way of working with voiceover artists. But what I find is that working backwards works best for me, and it may work for you as well. The first thing that I do is find an artist that I would like to work with. I get a good understanding of his or her style. I research their rates as well as turnaround time. I also read reviews so that I can become as familiar with the artist as possible. After I've done all of the legwork, I then craft my script around the style of the voiceover artist. Although this takes a bit more time up front, it has given me the best results because it's like having a tailored fit for your artist. This not only works in your favor, but it also makes the artist feel a lot more comfortable as well, resulting in a great working relationship. Now, let's take a look at some stats that you can literally see for yourself. One obvious but also researchable stat is that YouTube is the most popular platform for watching informational videos. And guess what more than 75% of these videos have in them? That's right, they have voiceovers. Voiceover videos have become the new wave of marketing for business of all kinds. These same businesses also use voiceover videos as a formal form of training for their employees. These companies do the exact same thing that you will need to do in order to fully automate the voiceover process. They hire voiceover experts. So by now, you are probably asking yourself, where do I find these voiceover experts? Well, it's actually easier than you think to find them. As a matter of fact, you probably come across them every day and just don't know it. The first place you should always start when searching out voiceover artists is your own community, hometown, or surrounding areas. More than likely, there are a number of artists around you who have home-based studios. Community events, churches, schools, and more all consist of people who are into recording. You would be surprised at the number of artists you will find in these places. Not just artists, but speakers with great voices. They may not all be specifically voiceover artists, but if they have a great voice for recording songs or just speaking with expression, they will more than likely be willing to help you out with a voiceover project. And what's even cooler about this is that by finding someone local, you get the opportunity to personally work with them. You can text them and speak with them on the phone about your project. Even better, you can meet with them and even go into their studio. Some artists even allow clients to sit in on their recording sessions. Although having direct access to the artist is not always available, if you are ever given the opportunity to do so, make sure you take full advantage of it. One thing that I have learned is that some voiceover artists don't know that they are voiceover artists. However, they do excellent impersonations, have great tone and clarity. They also have the ability to create any mood with their voice. Just by hearing them in normal conversation, you can clearly hear the voiceover artist in them. Once you have taken notice of this, encourage them to give voiceover a shot. You may discover the best voiceover artist you've ever had, and they may discover a talent they never knew they had. If you are unable to find a local voiceover talent, it's time to search online. The easiest thing to do is perform a Google search. Google something like hire voiceover artist or voiceover artists for hire, and you will be given a ton of different options for hiring an artist online. You will be able to view the profiles of each artist. Normally within their profile, the artist will let you know what types of voiceovers they specialize in. They will give you their range of mood creativity. And what's great about most platforms is that you are able to message the artist and communicate with them before placing an order. Some artists even require that you contact them first before ordering. On the other hand, some artists are fine with you ordering without reaching out to them first. Because you are working with the artist online and cannot physically meet with them, many artists tell you what kind of equipment they use to record. They do this to affirm to you that they are professional and that they have the capability to produce high-quality recordings. What's awesome about finding an artist that you like is that after you have worked with them consistently on a few projects, they give you discounts on their services. Voiceover artists love working with long-term clients. So when choosing an artist, you may want to think about that artist being someone you want to work with for the lifespan of your videos. The only bad voiceover artist is the one who does not work well for your video needs. If you want to supercharge your voiceovers while taking your YouTube automation to a whole new level, click on the first link in the description below. To learn about background music in your YouTube automation, click the video right here.